Okay, new vitamin G tip of the week. Cameron Morton here, head golf professional at the club. This is going to be for those of you that are struggling with a slice. What you will find, or what slicers have a hard time with, is they almost always have an open club face. Or I should say they always have an open club face, meaning that's pointed to the right for right-handed golfers, to the left for left-handed golfers. So an open club face would, if you were looking at it from where you're standing, would look like that. Closed club face would look like this. So for a slicer, there's a few things we're going to want to check, but mainly you want to work on getting the club face closed, and there's a few ways to do that. One of those would be this movement of the shaft like this. A second way to do it would be twisting of the shaft. Today we're going to work on twisting of the shaft so that we can have the shaft leaning forward with a little bit of twist like that. So one of the things that might help your feeling for that, you would use your watch. So you take your watch, turn it over, so now you have the time on the inside of your wrist here, okay? And you're going to have that feeling of turning that club so that you can see what time it is on the inside of your wrist. So you would have something like that motion. So if I was going to turn it, I would twist the club, and by trying to see what time it is on the inside of my wrist, it's going to make my hand bow forward a little bit like that, and it's going to rotate my forearm, my whole arm, so that the club face closes, points at the ground right there. Now I can see what time it is. So you want to add a little bit of that, and you can experiment with some. It's not the same for everybody, but you can experiment out what time you want to do that. For the most part, a lot of people, the earlier they do it, the better. So it might happen as you're transitioning from backswing to downswing. You might feel it immediately. You might notice it's during the transition, right? That's probably a pretty good place to start, is when you swing back, do your backswing, and try to do a little bit of that feeling as the club changes direction all the way through the hitting area. So it would look something like that. So your arm's rotating and you look over here and now you can see what time it is. So next time you're at the range, try to use that feeling and see if that helps you. Should look something like this. So swing back this way, try to feel a little bit of that, trying to see what time it is on the watch here, and rotate it all the way through on the follow through so you can see what time it is over here. Should look something like this. If you do it right, you should see the ball drawing, working to the left for a right-handed golfer. For a left-handed golfer, it would work to the right. Try that feel next time you're at the range.